All right, so this is the lecture number 83 in our DSA series, and we are solving the problems related to what strings, and we are continuing that series kind of problems related to strings. And in this particular problem, we are going to see the important concept which is somehow somewhat related to the previous one, but kind of different. That is string comparison or string compression. What like how we are how we will be able to compress the strings. So let us see what is the exact question is. So we are going to see strings compression. What string comparison is, let us say you have been provided this string, the same input from the previous one, which was A, B, C, D, E, F. Let us suppose this is also F. Fine. So this is the input which have been provided to you. So what you would be asked to do is, what is expected from you. You should count these characters. Let us say we have 4 characters here. So what we'll do, we will print A4. How many characters these are? B3, and this C5, and this D1, and this E1, and this F4. This is what you have to achieve. Like in previous one, what we saw, we just used to pick up first character from each kind of string or kind of sequence, and we simply used to print. Like previous one was A, B, C, D, E, F. Previous one was this, but here we have to count the repeated characters also. What are the repeated characters? We have to count them also. So this is how it is different from the previous one. And so I want you to try at your own, so that your mind should also gain some strength related to the problem solving skills, because DSA is all about the problem solving. So and we are here for solving the problems. We should be able to get or get understanding the how we can solve the problems. So you should try at your own. So if you are done with that, then you can watch my solution. So let us see what we are going to see. So logic is going to be very simple. Let us see. We'll have two variable. Let us say one is answer. Initially the answer would be pointing to the first character, let us say A, and we'll have another variable called counter. Let us call it count, and the initial value for count is 1. So initially count, I mean, let us say two pointers, one is pointing to this one and another one is pointing to this one. This is previous one and this is current. What we'll do, we'll compare both of them, current and previous one. If they are equal, then what we'll do, we'll simply increase this counter from 1 to 2. Now we'll move our previous and current. Previous is here, now current is here. Now if they are again equal, yes it is. Now what we'll do, again simply increase the counter. Now counter is 3. Previous will be moved from here to here, current will be moved from here to here, previous will be moved from here to here. Again we'll compare. If they are equal, yes they are equal, then we'll simply update the count. Now previous is here, count is here. If B and A is equal to, I mean B and A both are equal, no it is not, then what we'll do, see very carefully, what we'll do, we'll simply pick up this pointer which is counter which was 4, and append this 4 into the our answer. After appending it, we'll simply append this character also, which was current character was B, and after doing this, we'll simply reset this pointer to 1 again. Fine, let us see one more iteration so that you can understand. Now previous is not pointing here, previous is pointing here, and current is pointing here. Now we'll check if B and B is equals to each other. Yeah, it is. Then we'll update this, and we'll update B pointer and we'll update C pointer. If again both of them are same, B and B are same, then we'll again increase this. Now counter is 2. Now again we'll move counter and current, and we'll again move this previous one. If current and previous both of them are equal, no it is not, then what we'll do, we'll pick up this counter, append into this, and along with that append this current character also, see, and reset this pointer to 1 again. I hope it is clear to you now. Let us see one more iteration. Now previous is here, current is here. If current is equals to previous one, yes it is, then we'll update simply pointer by 1, Now previous is pointing to this one, current is pointing to this one. If current is equal to previous one, yes it is, then we'll simply increase the counter by 1, of course. Now previous is here, current is here. Yes, in this case also they both are equal, then simply increase the counter and move the current and previous one. Again they are equal, simply increase the counter and again move the counters C and P, which is previous one. If they are equal, no, they are not equal. Then in that case, what we used to do? We used to pick up this 5, the counter, append this here, and append the current character also, D, and reset this counter to 1. Fine. Let us see one more iteration. Now this counter is 1. Now current is pointing to here, previous is pointing to here. If they are equal, no, they are not. Then if they are not equal, then what we will do? See it very carefully. We'll pick up this counter from here to here, append here, and we'll again append this character to here, and we'll again reset this counter to 1. Fine. I hope it is clear to you now. Now we'll move this counter to here and move this counter to here. If they are equal, no, it's not. So in that case, what we used to do? We used to pick up this counter and put it here and append current character, reset this counter. So this is the last chance to understand the logic. Let us see very carefully. Now our previous pointer is pointing to this one, current pointer is pointing to this one. If current is equal to the previous one, yes it is, so we will update the pointer. Now previous is pointing to this one, current is pointing to this one. If pointer or previous one is equals to what? It is equals to current, then what will you use to do? We'll simply increase the counter by 1. Now current is pointing to this one, previous is pointing to this one. If current is equal to the previous one, yes it is. So what we used to do? We used to simply increase the counter. Now again increase this. Current is, let us say we have blank here. Current is pointing to this one, and previous is pointing to this one. Now we are we are done with our string. We will not have anything else. But if you can see here, we still have 4 here. I mean the greater value with 1 or 0 into the count. So if we have anything into count, then what we'll do after, done with the loop or the string, each character, will simply append this counter to F or the end, which is F4. So this is the output for this particular program. So I hope the logic is clear to you. Let us write some code so that we would be able to get the things very clearly. So this was the code for previous one. We'll use the same thing again. So let us define a variable called answer and take the initial character or first character into this, and so this is how we used to take the first character. Increase a count also with 1 and start from I is equals to 1 till s dot length. Why 1? Because we have already chosen the first character, 0th character into answer, so that we have to start from first character. Or 0 base index is there now, so that is why I'm saying we have to start from first character. So we have a error here. Now see it very carefully. If and let us take a previous pointer also. Previously P is pointing to what? Initial character, which is s dot char at 0. Fine, as simple as that. So what we'll do, if P is equals to the current element, which is s dot char at I, if the condition is matched, then what we have to do, or else what we have to do, if they are matching, then we just have to simply increase the counter. We do not have to do anything. If they are not matched, see here we have this string a b. If they are equal, then simply increase the counter to 2. If they are not equal, then append counter into the the answer, and append this character also, and reset the counter to 1. That was our logic. Will you reuse here also? So append the count into answer. So answer plus equals to the count. So you might be wondering, count is integer and answer is string. So yes, Java provides this opportunity or the facility to us. We can append the strings to, integers to the strings. So, and after that we have to append the current character also. So caret I, which is pointing to the current character, and we need to reset the count to 1. So that is all what we have to do. We'll have to check at the end what I told you. Let us say if we have left anything in the counter which was left in our previous the explanation part. So if counter is greater than 0, 0, then what we have to do, or we will check whether we have to apply with 0 or 1. We'll have to simply append this into answer. Fine. And we'll just have to print it. So let us see into action whether this is working or not. We have an error into our this, and of course I hope you are able to get the error. We cannot assign the character into string. For that we will have to use the empty string. I have discussed this approach, like why we need to append the string, in my just previous video. You should watch that video if you are not able to get this thing. So I'm running the code for the same input, and we should expect in the output what we have 3 A's, so A3 and B4 and C5 like this. So we are getting so we are getting this input, this output. Why? Because we are not updating our previous pointer anywhere, so we have to update our previous pointer also. So previous is equals to the current element, s dot caret I. So that's all we have to make this change, and let us run it now. So we should expect A3, B4, C4, D4 like this, because every character is I think 4 times except F. So A3, B4, C4, D4, E4 and F9. F is 9 times. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that means we are getting the correct answer and we have written the correct code. What I will do, I will push this code onto my GitHub repository. You can download from there, link into the description box. I was able to explain the concept of string compression, and if you still have any doubt in that, then what you should do, you should comment down below. I would be replying there. And is there any gap, then I would repost the video also. And if you still not satisfied, then you can comment, you can connect with me over LinkedIn also. We can discuss there the topics also. And so that's it from my side for this video. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you.